Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rynox Rune back here again with another video. And today we're diving into a brand new Gacha adventure game called OverField. It just released a few hours ago globally on Android and iOS. While the Steam version was delayed until a pending date, we have mobile versions right now. You can also be playing on MuMu Player. It does seem that LD Player and BlueStacks potentially, as well as Nox Player, use an older version of Android, so they're not able to do it. So you need Android 10, I believe, is what I found to be able to play this game. Does seem to work on iOS, no problem as well. I've been playing on my iPad and was streaming it from my iPad as well earlier today, so I could actually get the footage and see what the game was all about. But until the PC client launches, that's how we're gonna have to kind of play it. If you like cozy gotcha games, exploration RPGs, cute visuals, and free pulls, well, stick around because this one has a lot going for it right out of the gate. As always, drop a like if you enjoy the vibe, hit subscribe if you're new here, and let's jump into our first 2 hours of gameplay together. I have condensed it down into about 10 or so minutes here of gameplay footage, but I will try to get everything I can into this video for you. Here we are in the beginning. I did miss some of the the opening cutscene on record, but the tutorial of Overfield's pretty fast. I will say you do have collectibles that you can find in there. Don't do what I did. Definitely look around. There's a lot of verticality in this game that they don't really show you off the bat. So definitely take your time and explore. Look around at all your areas if you are that completionist style, because there's going to be stuff you want to grab. But the premise is you've enrolled in Rototech or Rototech style as a novice exploration captain. You're going to explore this mysterious realm called the Overfield. There's a lot of use of the word field, so you might see that throughout the game, where science and the supernatural intersect. It's very cute on the surface, but there is this kind of dark undertone of what's going on. It's kind of interesting, especially if you read the text. There is some voice acting, but it is going to be in Japanese, so you are doing a lot of reading. But right off the bat, the visuals are super charming, miniature style 3D diorama maps, a tiny world aesthetic that kind of reminds me of an animated film in style. Also, kind of like that game, like Small World or Grounded. Very similar, like aesthetic when you're in the field world. I'm very much liking that. And quick note: as soon as I logged in, I noticed that there was a message from the devs after about 20 minutes or so of actually being in game about them addressing the server stability issue. So there have been some hiccups since launch with server issues. I have had pretty much no hiccups for the most part. Sometimes I have to wait about 3 to 5 seconds after clicking something for it to kind of register. But it does seem like they are working on that actively. So hopefully, here in the near future, that'll be stabilized for us all. But you might notice some small delays or hiccups in the footage as well, just so you're aware. But for me, it was still very playable. Definitely better than DNA, Duet Night Abyss's first day, where every 20 seconds I was basically forced to stop for a couple of seconds so it could reload. So not too bad. Also, since the Steam version release date is still unknown, I'm going to be using MuMu Player probably on stream just so I can actually get the footage a lot easier than getting it from an iPad. So I'll be seeing kind of the Android side as well as the iOS side, which will be nice. But expect some of those mobile UI quirks for sure. Movement is definitely a little interesting when you're using like a mouse on an iPad, but we'll see if controller support is actively on this. I didn't see if it was, but I'll check. I'll be testing that here soon. But here I've done some of the basics as well. You know, character creation is not really a thing. You're really just kind of using your captain avatar, and then you have your team that you build out. But you jumped into the first few missions. The first things that kind of struck me were the exploration of the map. It's very open for a gotcha game. Small zones, but a lot of nice freedom, nice visuals. When you enter the field dimension, you shift into this pocket world view with more stylized environment. The combat is lighthearted but satisfying. You get some cool ultra attacks, and the dodging seems a little weird, but I'm not sure if you're really meant to dodge too much. It's not really ultra hardcore. It leans more towards that comfy exploration plus team building rather than punishing difficulty. One nice thing in my first 2 hours, I pulled a bunch of free summons and new player currency. These things called imprints, which are like buffs for your team or for the player or the characters, and then they can also have team buffs as well. I think the game is very generous for for launch players, at least at the moment. On the screen, you will definitely see some summons here I was able to do about, I think, like 50 pulls just from the starter banner, which is really nice. I didn't put any money into it, just was able to get that currency real easily. The team building is super cute. You recruit different explorers with personality, bonding, etc. There's a lot of little fashion features you get as well. The customization side of that, which is like you have the outfits, but you also have some sort of, I don't know if it's base building, but you're allowed to like decorate the garden of some in some way, shape, or form. The game definitely hinted at that with some of the items that it was dropping. But according to the official info, you can dye 20 parts of clothing. I'm not sure if that means 20 layers or 20 pieces or what, but we'll see. But yeah, building out that plaza base type deal with multiple furniture themes will be really super fun. It kind of felt Animal Crossing style at points for sure. So early impressions are good. The first stage is fun. It looks promising. I'm excited to keep playing tomorrow morning on stream. Every like I do every day at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. So jump in and say hi if you're looking at this game to see if you want to jump into it. The summoning gacha system, just to jump into that next, I will say it's some of the coolest. The mechanic is you basically do the gacha pulls, right? And then on screen there actually is cards rotating around your body, and like the other players can actually see it. It was very online feeling for, it was definitely different than what I was expecting for sure, especially because this game had like no marketing. I'd barely heard about this game until today. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, there was easily 50 pulls that I got, and I still have at least a 10 pull for the like premium banner, so I'm not even like super worried about it. It's really nice. But shifting back to the exploration, the hub area is really cool. The game features a hub area called the Rota Plaza, but where you can kind of like chill. That's where you're gonna build your garden base, meet other players. I'm not sure how heavy the other player stuff is, but it does seem that you can at least kind of see each other, and you can kind of do stuff in a way. But according to the previews, you can do barbecue parties, hammock swings, cosplays, and other social feature events. So it'll be fun to see how social it does get. In gameplay, I've already touched base on the base building menu, furnitures. There's a lot of visual customizations, outfit dyeing, so that's gonna be a lot of fun for those end game folks who know that most of the time end game is fashion in these types of games. Um, Now, I will say the aesthetic is very comfortable. It's very laid back. There doesn't seem to be a lot of like showboating or like a lot of like craziness going on, but that could also change in the future, which I'm not mad or happy about. I love to see the different art styles. It does feel a little late 1800s, early 1900s mixed with like some modernity. Modernity? I'm gonna leave that in, whatever. But I will let you know the game definitely had those hiccups. I'm not sure how much of that's going to be on the optimization side versus the server side. So once the server stabilization is kind of fixed, we will see how it runs on on modern hardware versus a mobile phone. Because I've saw some stuff in global chat where people were saying that their devices were getting pretty warm pretty fast. So you might be pulling a lot of power to play this game, but we shall see. But just to give you guys a quick rundown of what's kind of working and what to watch out for. So, what's working? The aesthetic art style is super charming. Miniature diorama style world offers a unique visual compared to most gacha games I've played. Generous new player pull rewards. I mean, you're getting 50 plus pulls. I mean, 60, at least 60 pulls I know of just off of the first couple hours. That's crazy. I mean, and 10 of those are going to be from the premium banner. It's really nice. It's a good thing to see. Good variety. The exploration and base building with the social hub seems to be really cool. Then you got the team building aspect. Um, it seems like it's going to be a really good time, especially with it being so casual. The friendly difficulty in early stages is going to be great for casual folks, serious folks, anybody who wants to put this as like an extra game on their repertoire, on their little rotation of gotcha games. I think this is going to be a great one to add in, at least as of right now, from what I've seen. Some things to watch out for. We're going to be looking for those server stability issues to get fixed in the near future. Obviously, we're going to most likely get compensation for that. So we're going to see what kind of compensation the devs are kind of willing to give out when things like this happen. That'll kind of set the pace for the future and what we could end up seeing if, another issue happens and what have you, because things always kind of happen at some point. With the Steam PC release being unknown as of kind of letting us know today, they literally announced it on the 5th, which is today, um, that it wasn't going to be happening and it was being delayed. Kind of sucks, but hopefully they can get that up and running as soon as possible. Would love to play it natively on Steam. That's definitely my preferred choice. Don't know how the depth of the end game is going to be. I know that end game is generally going to be fashion, but what kind of gameplay is there going to be at end game? What is going to be that gameplay loop for your dailies if there's going to be any? The UI and controls are mobile. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to see if I can get a controller to work, but that's something to watch out for as well. But to wrap up, after 2 hours of playing Overfield, my verdict is it's a strong game. Besides the server optimization issues, I would say even a strong launch. But I'm not sure how many people are trying to get on this game, to be honest. But for a new Gacha Explorer RPG, if you're into comfortable aesthetic games with good early new player support, this is a solid pick. It may not yet have the full depth of a long running meta Gacha, but we'll see how that develops. Right now, it's fun, it's pretty, it's adorable, it's very friendly to new players. It seems to be free to play or low spending friendly from what I've seen, which is great. If you'd like me to keep streaming this and hit it making videos, as we hit milestones, I'll definitely do some pull runs and definitely do some cool gambling here on this game. If we can get some interaction on here with this game, I'm definitely interested. But give this video a like, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite character is right now that you can pull from the recruiting. Let me know what you're going for. Let me know if you got anything good. And if you're willing to, we also have a Discord you can jump into. We'll be talking about this game going forward as well. But I'll be live tomorrow morning and every morning at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss that next live stream or that next video. I'll be streaming daily, like I said, at 8:30 in the morning. We're also going to be starting the Game of the Month Club on November 15th. So if you're interested in that, let me know and we can get you some details. It's a fun way to enjoy some gaming together, get some backlog games finished. But again, this was a great game, at least for the 2 hours I got to play. I'm excited to play again tomorrow. That's always a good sign for me, is if I'm excited to play again. So thanks for stopping by. And as always, have a good one. Peace.